William, you know, I think we're all looking for easy projects for the garden, and I think this trellis would be one of them.
And you know, the big thing in gardening now is structures, and this is a great looking structure that's really very simple to do.
Yeah, I don't think it's a one weekend wonder, but maybe if you're more organized, you can get the wood cut ahead of time, and then the cement would just take a little bit longer.
It's true, so why don't we get started?
All right. William, I think the best thing to do first is to make sure where your property line is where you're going to set up this trellis. And then you also want to call the utilities company or the city to make sure that you're not going to be worrisome with the utilities.
And then, you know, you can always use those little landscape flags when you're doing your measuring. You measure out where you want to put them, stick one of those there, and then you know where you dig the hole at.
And then next we're going to want to dig a hole, and we're going to probably dig it at least 18 to 24 inches per post. We'll use a 10-foot post. They're a 4x4 treated wood, and we mixed up one bag of concrete. It's about a 60-pound bag per hole, so it's really going to hold it.
And remember, it's very important to make sure that your poles are level, because once the concrete's set, they're going to stay the way they are. So use your level on all four sides. Make sure they're very, very straight.
As you can see, we pre-cut a lot of the pieces. This is a 1-foot piece. It's going to be the end piece. And then these are going to be 2-foot pieces that are along the top of the trellis. And now William's just finishing up this decorative piece.
Yeah, the longest 2x4s that support the whole trellis are going to have a little finial on them, and we made that finial with a decorative template, which just sits right there, and then you mark it. That way you have consistency in all of the pieces that you cut. Now, what we're doing here is just attaching with a single nail the 1-foot pieces to the post. After they're attached, we're going to take a drill all the way through the 4x4 and the 2x4 and put in bolts to really make it secure, because it's going to hold all the rest of the top of the trellis. Judy and I are now putting up the long decorative pieces that will support the top of the arbor. All we're doing is nailing them directly into the 2x4 1-foot pieces that we put onto our 4x4 posts.
So the last step is to put in these 2-foot pieces. They're a 1x1, and we measured out the 6-foot span, and we equally divided so that they measure out equally. And then we're going to nail them in. Here you go, William. William, I think we did a great job with this trellis.
Judy, we're like architects of old. I agree with you. However, we did cut 10 pieces originally to go on top, and once we got them up there and measured out, they just didn't quite look right, so we opted to go with the 9.
And I think this kind of trellis, we can do a lot of different things. We can grow a vine up the side here, put something in the center, or else put another trellis inside and grow up a bean or pea plant.
It's pretty much limited by your own imagination. If you want to find all the plans to how to build this trellis system, you can go to gardentime.tv.
You know, I think we better go to a garden center right now and pick something out.
You don't have to pull my arm. Let's go.